And I guess the other question I want to ask you is, having that front row seat that not many people had, what's the best fight that you ever saw on the ice as a referee?
Yeah, but it wasn't in the NHL.
All right.
It was in the Western Junior team. It was Saskatoon, and Saskatoon was playing in a playoff game, and Wild Bill Hunter was at the game. I'll never forget it. He owned Edmonton when I was there.
Yeah.
And he was a good fella. And I was refereeing, and Shane Churla fought Wendel Clark in Saskatoon in the old rink. And when the fight was over, and they were killing each other, and it was unbelievable, no holds barred. It was almost like Jack Carlson and me. It was like straight punch for punch. And they're both big kids.
Mm-hmm.
And the place was going crazy. And then the linesman went to break it up, and I pulled them both out of the way. I said, leave them alone.
Yeah.
I'll take care of this. Get away. So I just said to those guys, I said, when you get tired, let me know.
Oh, wow.
And they finished, and they pulled into each other. And they looked each other in the eye, and there was no mushing faces and biting or catcalling or anything like that.
Right, they're just
I said, okay, you guys, I'm going to skate between you. Let's skate to the box. And we're skating from like the middle of the one end zone to the penalty box. And as we got about 20 feet from the penalty box, I took each one of them, I took their hands and raised them up over their heads.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome. These
That's
young kids.
so
And the
cool.
place, the place went nuts. But
Yeah.
you got to understand, that was the game then.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
But that's
Yeah.
in a tough Western Hockey League, and that's Shane Churla became a great NHL enforcer, and Wendel Clark, obviously one of the toughest pound for pound guys to ever play for the Toronto Maple Leafs and many other teams. But that story,
Quebec. Played for
he
Quebec.
did play for Quebec.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
And the wingers.
And
that was a
Don't
heartbreak.
forget Leonard Deeks.
Yeah, yeah. It hurt my heart. I cried when he got traded when I was a kid. But
What do you think about that, Dorchester?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
But that fight in particular, I had heard about this fight, but there's no video because it's back in the early '80s, and it was the Western Hockey League, so it's not as the NHL. Most of the games are filmed, but that fight doesn't exist on video. So I've only heard about it through secondhand accounts, but to hear it from firsthand, the referee that's there, that's going to be a very popular soundbite for this podcast for the people that listen.
Yeah.
They talk about
For the hockeyfights.com.
the hockey fight boards. They talk about that fight every now and again. It comes up as like the holy grail of fights. That's one that doesn't exist.
Wow.
But if they could have that on video, they would like to see that particular one. So thank you for sharing that with us. That's amazing.
No, I think it was one of the better fights that I ever saw, and I thought it was two guys that were equal in their ability, and they were both tough, and they did this thing, and then they both went to the box and sat down, and there was nothing past the fight. They went out and played the hockey the rest of the game. And I just tell you that as I say, Wild Bill Hunter was there, and he was a great gentleman of the game and quite a colorful guy. He came down after, of course he knew me, and he came down and he said, that was fantastic, that was great, this is what it's all about. I said to him, I'm sure the people here in Saskatoon, other than waiting for the grain silos to open, this was probably the best thing that ever happened.